Our first reading this morning from St. Paul is different than most of St. Paul's letters. Most of his letters are written to a specific church community dealing with some type of crisis or issue facing that community. The letter we hear from today is very different in that it's actually a personal correspondence of St. Paul to a friend. And in this personal letter, he's seeking the release of Onesimus from his bondage of slavery. Paul's approach is not one of the bully pulpit. Don't you know who I am? It's not threats that God will strike you down if you don't do what I desire. He is rather using, very simply, the power of love to persuade his friend. With this reading matched up with the gospel this morning, we are reminded that the most effective tool in the building up the kingdom of God, which we're all committed to and called upon to fulfill, is the power of love. Love is how we accomplish that work. Because love sets us free from the confines of daily living in this sense, the struggles and stresses and trials and tribulations. Love leads us to God. And God's love leads us to his mercy, and his mercy sets us free from sin and death. Love keeps us rooted in God, the result being that we have the ability to live with joy and hope even during those stresses and trials and tribulations. This is so because we become aware of God's presence in his promises to us, and we know that God is our ultimate destiny. Kind of goes along with the old saying, don't sweat the small stuff. When we focus on God, that becomes our concern, not the small stuff of life. Walking with God keeps our focus on our ultimate goal. The psalmist this morning reminds us that God's love not only protects us, but it also transforms us. Love doesn't stand still. It's not possible to live in love with God or with another and stand still and not change. Love either deepens or it fades away. Therefore, as I said, it's not possible to love God without being changed over time. And Psalm 146 this morning tells us that God opens our eyes that we may see as he does, and that God raises us up, meaning God gives us the graces to live as we've been created to.